Hello, gorgeous. We're going to do a reading. It's March 1st. I don't know about you, but for me, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, that feels like the first day of spring, even though it snowed last night where I am in Southern Oregon. So happy spring. I took yesterday off because, man, emotionally, this journey has taken so much out of me, you guys. Fuck. Anyone who's preparing to take their fool's journey, just be aware that you're probably going to cry a lot. You're probably going to purge a lot of emotions from your past versions of yourself. So don't be alarmed if that happens to you. It's definitely been happening to me. Sorry, my mic just fell. I need a better setup. It's coming. That big breakthrough's coming. It really is. I've been working so hard for it. In the meantime, if y'all need a reading or you feel like donating, I could really use some help financially right now. Being in surrender to spirit is so different than what I'm used to. Two of Swords. Some of you might be at a crossroads, choosing between your old life, taking a path back toward the things you know, the familiarity. I could go back to my old business and be rolling in money right now. You know what I mean? Be very comfortable. It makes me want to cry a little bit. Because when you do God's work, you feel like you should be taken care of more than when you don't. But oof, that hasn't been the case, but it's part of the surrender, okay? And once you walk through that portal and make that decision and really commit and stay committed, I'm not going to quit on you guys, don't worry. But when you follow the path blindly and in faith, the Nine of Chalices is your wish fulfillment. I know it's coming, dude, I do. It's just like getting through this moment. That's the hardest part. And I do want to share for anyone sending money through super thanks on YouTube that I don't have access to that money, and I don't know when I will. They kind of like hold on to it. They also take a huge percentage. It's very much appreciated, but other avenues would be really amazing. Page of Wands. Okay, it comes up all the time. Dive into your creativity. Dive into who you know you're meant to be, but you're too afraid to be because other people tell you it's not okay. And this card doesn't normally mean that, but that's what I'm getting from this. And even sharing publicly that I'm struggling is hard. It's not something I would do, y'all. Anybody who knows me from the past knows that. Eight of Chalices. It turns your whole life upside down. You have to walk away from everything. Everything you knew. Just everything that felt sacred to you in a way. This path is not for the faint of heart, but if you can stay committed, it really will pay off. I mean, emotionally, it's already paid off for me. Physically, like I'm a completely transformed human. Ace of Cups with Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. The period of time of wondering if your work was paying off is changing. Thank you, Spirit. I really needed this message today. A new beginning, new love offer. You know, because a lot of us do this work alone. It's like we're with God, but, you know, being alone in a physical room, even if God is with you, it still feels lonely. It really does. So some of you have some love coming in. Some of you have a new beginning coming in where it's going to, like, fulfill you emotionally. And Eight of Pentacles, because you've been working really hard. A lot of you have been working really hard. You've been putting your head down, and you've been committed, and you are going to be rewarded for that. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups, and the Sun in reverse. Yeah, some of you are looking at what is being handed to us and thinking it's going to be the same as what we've already gotten. And so we're not letting the sun come in. Because we've been focused in this direction that isn't serving us. But the sun is trying to come in. And the thing is, I'm being guided to say, because I've shared so much vulnerably, like it's not easy for me to share that, that, you know, it's the long game. Like I say, it's like so much of this has to do with trust in ourselves, our ability to create abundance. It's a long game. And in the long game, justice is coming, but it requires us to learn how to surrender our ego. I knew when nobody showed up for my flash sale that Spirit was trying to push me to release a lot of heavy emotions and feel a bit desperate. Okay. And that's what I feel. That's what I've been feeling, but it's only because Spirit's pushing on me to make sure that I, you know, can stay the course. And of course, and it's really about releasing it from your body. You know, those of us who have had a really hard life, like some people can't really fathom the kind of life that I'm talking about. When you've had that kind of life, you really need to purge Spirit's going to push on you, and push on you to the degree where you're just crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. And it's not because you feel sorry for yourself. It's because you're releasing all the emotions so that you can be brand new and let go of this everything is fine era. And feeling like, you know, past versions of yourself did not get what they deserved. This era that you're closing has been brutal. Look at that. Just exactly what I was talking about. It's understandable that you have some wounding, that you feel some pain, some loneliness, some like, man, you're pretty much going to experience everything under the sun in a true ego death and spiritual awakening. And there are phases. So don't get cocky and think, oh, I didn't go through that. You haven't gone through it yet. That's all it is. You will. If you're going through a true ego death and spiritual awakening, you will. There's the 4 cups again. Apathy. Letting go of apathy and stop blocking our creativity. I'm being drawn to say to a couple of you, similar to the way I could go back to my old industry or go pick up some other work. I know that's not what I'm here to do. Spirit doesn't want me to juggle a million different things and convolute this message. It's all about showing up in surrender. And for me, it's not just about showing up in surrender, it's about showing up publicly in surrender, which is even worse. It's so hard for me, you guys. I'm the kind of person who just suffers in silence. I've always just done things alone. Ace of Cups in reverse. Spirit wants me to empty that energy right out of my cup. And this goes for a lot of you too. If you've been like that, it's not going to fly anymore. And that's why Spirit has, dude, I've had my bank account blocked during this process. Like crazy shit that doesn't even happen in real life. Spirit has pushed me to ask for help time and again because I have such a fucking hard time with it. And I know I'm not the only one. So for anyone watching who thinks this is easy for me, think again and recognize that if you're heading into your own season of awakening, get ready to fucking shred your ego publicly. Well, maybe not publicly for you. Maybe you'll get lucky and you get to do it privately, but you're going to shred your ego either way. It's just part of the process. Ace of Swords. Because truth is being shed, clarity is being shed. And when you speak your truth, God shines through you. We are supposed to speak our truth. The Star and the Emperor. I feel like some of us are stepping into our power. Again, thank you, Spirit. Sometimes we're put in positions like this to really step into our power. And I have been pushed so hard. You go back 6 months, 8 months ago, I wasn't the same person. I wasn't putting out the same content. Like, I have grown so fucking much in a very short period of time. And it's really tough to do this publicly, but it's because I'm stepping into my power. And so are you, or you're being given the opportunity to. It's your choice, you know, if you're going to do it or not. Strength in reverse. Exactly. With the High Priestess in reverse. Some of you guys are blocking your intuition and choosing to take an easy route because you're afraid of all the things I'm talking about. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Divine passion. Yeah, we have to be honest about what we really want and actually go for it and believe in it, even when things around us are showing us that it's not possible. Right now, a lot of things seem impossible to me, but I know that's not true. It's about hanging that balance, letting the tears flow, letting that pain go so that you can invite something else in, something new, independent, vast. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Luckily, I have a lot of experience being independent, but what I feel like now is that I'm actually dependent on God. It feels different. I'm less independent now, it feels, because I'm like relying on God for so much, and it's not on my terms. I don't get to control this anymore. And for anyone who's felt like they needed to control their entire lives, you know how hard it is to give up that control. So this is a little bit of a broad message, and it's not going to resonate for all of you, but I know it's important for some of you. New possibilities. Keep pushing, keep believing in yourself, and keep putting yourself out there. Keep asking for what you need, not just to God, but to the people around you. Don't think it's shameful to ask what you need. This is the era that we're heading into, is like honesty, putting ourselves out there, just being real, just being authentic. It's not normal yet. It's gonna be normal, but we're the ones that are gonna pave the way for that. So thank you for your service if you're one of those people doing that. If you want to donate to my content or you want to book a reading, it would be very helpful right now. sacredmuseproject.com. You can donate through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And if you need to go down a different avenue, just send me an email and we can work out something for a session to pay through something else. Anyway, love you. Okay? Keep going. You're not alone. It's a tough road, but you're not alone. All right? And if you want to work with me, let's go. Okay? I have a lot of wisdom to share, even though I'm in the thick of it. 11:11 on my timer. I love you. I don't know what that was. That was like I love you. Okay. Bye.